Step 1, identify the units. Here we have a frictional force, 39.2 newtons, so this is a force. Here's acceleration. Here we have a newton, but be careful, this is a weight. Okay, this is a weight. And there's another force over here, and it accelerated. So we have a lot of forces. We have a frictional force. We have a weight, which is not, it's a force, but it's not one that's affecting the push or the pull in this problem directly. It accelerates at 2.2 meters per second squared. So those are some of the units we're dealing with. A lot of units to deal with. Okay, so definitely this is a problem where having a free body diagram is going to help us to keep things organized. Okay, let's identify the law. It's accelerating, so this is Newton's second law. Let's draw a free body diagram. Elijah pulls with a force of 24 newtons. We have Crystal pulls with a force of 13 newtons. And then we have Faith also pulling with, I'm going to call this F for Faith, for force, pulling. And they're all three are pulling together on the same side, right? That's what it says right here. Okay, it experiences a frictional force that they have to overcome of 39.2.
Most impressive.
Now, there is a weight, right? And this weight technically is going down this way. Just for kicks, we want to identify that which way this is going. If the three people are pulling to the right, in this case, the way I drew it, then the acceleration is going to be going to the right. Now that we've drawn a free body diagram, we're going to go ahead and label things positive or negative. Because this is going to the right in my drawing, I'm going to make this positive and this positive and this positive and this positive. And as a result, this one's going negative. Don't worry about the weight because that's going down. We're only concerning ourselves with positives and negatives going left or right. We're going to set up Newton's second law. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 forces going left and right. I know there's one going down, but remember we said we're only focusing on the x-axis right now. So we're only going to look at things that are going left and right. To the right, I have a positive 13 newtons, a positive 24 newtons, a positive Faith force, and then I have a negative 39.2 newtons. Gee, it would be nice if we had the mass, 2.2 meters per second squared. What can we do to find the mass? We're given the weight. So if we give you the weight and we want the mass, weight is mass times gravity. If I want mass by itself, I divide both sides by gravity. I get mass is weight over gravity. So in this case, if I take the weight, 98 newtons, and divide it by the gravity, 9.8 meters per second squared, I'm going to go ahead and divide those two. I'm going to get 10 kilograms. So the mass is actually 10 kilograms. Now we solve for this. 13 plus 24 minus 39.2. Make sure you do left to right, right? Follow order of operations. If I do that, I get negative 2.2 newtons. If I multiply 10 times 2.2, I get 22. But what is a kilogram meter over second squared? I want the F by itself, so I add 2.2 to both sides. I get that the force is 24.2 newtons. So Faith's force is 24.2 newtons. You're going to want to reflect quite a bit. First, how did we use the weight to find the mass? Take some time to really understand what happened there and why. Next, you're going to want to see what we did with the units, right? If you look over there where it's pink, all circled, kilogram meter per second squared, recognize that that became a Newton. Go back and reflect on the setup of the free body diagram. Make sure you understand why the three forces going to the right are positive and why the one on the left is going is negative. It would be wise for you to go back and rewatch this and maybe even try this problem again on your own, okay, or just rewatch it to go ahead and better understand the process. On a scale from 1 to 10 for this class, This is probably a 6.5 or a 7.
Autobots, roll out!
For your summary, what were some of the things that happened in problem 7? So it might be wise to reflect on problem 7, write down some sentences, some key things that happened, maybe even the entire process. What were some of the things that happened in problem 7?